Luis, good morning. It's Monday, so we have probably raining. It's gonna be later, not right now. So we have a lot of rain coming. So this week, now we're gonna work on this 928. Remember, it's 86. We're gonna replace the quarter glass because the guys in parts they left the keys inside the car, and the only way to open it was breaking from the quarter glass. So they didn't break the glass, but they put the molding. A big mistake. They took a long probably more than 3 weeks to have this little gasket, and there's only 2 available in USA. One is with no tail and one is with tail. So this one is that gasket. We have new locket trims. We have the trims right here. You're gonna use they're gonna replace the top. You're gonna use the side, the bottom. Now remember, this one, the first they ordered was a wrong order because they have a tail. Where you have a tail, it's coming with this little lip. You want to say extra piece of rubber right here, because remember your corner has to go on top of this one, locking right here by the corners. It's going to go in here, and here is your tail. Now the tail is going to come off. Remember, we have already did, so it's got 3 bolts right here, 10 millimeters. Well, this is Phillips, but this is 10 millimeters. And remember, this go right here, and this one, the only you have to do is with your ratchet, just open a little bit and get the bolt and take them off. Okay, so what I'm doing now, you have to choose. This kind of gasket is not very big, so you can use the rope or you can use the the bone, whatever you want to use is the same way. So in this case, I'm going to go probably with bone or gasket, but I mean, the gasket is really small right here, so I can just use my this kind of big gap inside. I can have a problem when I start pulling. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use my bone. When you open this one like this, you can insert your glass on the bone, and that's it. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is my glass. This kind of shape remind me of the old Pacers. The people there, one day they did one of those, the quarter glasses like this ball, looks like a ball. It's a bad, but not too much. They have a molding, but it was no big deal. So now this one, the trim is not really metal, it's some plastic, and they have a little teeny retainer right here. So this one you have 2 choices. When the gap is, when the this kind of trims, the molding is really high and really sharp. I mean, they got a lot of gap right here. You have to put the molding before you set the glass, or you're not gonna able to put it in the channel. So this one is like more like a pushing moldings. So after I put the glass, I have to just lubricate this piece and push in place. Molding here, and that's all that you have to do. Okay, so I'm gonna start working. I'm gonna get my glass clean. I'm gonna put the gasket in the place. Remember, it's gonna open. It's a little teeny. You see how big it is? It's really small one. When it's the big ones, it's better to use the rope. But in this case, I'm gonna use my bone. And this one is come extra big side right here, because when you fit this one here, this one you're gonna make the sides and cut the same like this one. Okay, you see, you're gonna make this kind of cut in angle and this way, because your trim is gonna go here. Okay, so I'm gonna make a stop right here and clean my glass. I'm gonna put the gasket and I'll be right back. Just let me get to clean the glass and we'll be ready. See you next. We already cleaned my glass. It's already clean. We put the gasket in already. It's really easy, just pushing in. Now we see we have a big gap right here. Okay, so that gap is going to help us if in case the gap is too deep and too big, so we have to go using the rope inside. Okay, so we can use 2 ways, but my problem is going to be pull from here and rope it inside when you're working in one person. So what I'm going to try to do is go outside with my bone, but we're going to use a lubricant. In my opinion, use the DW40 is nice, but I don't like too much. I like more like a regular oil, car oil. This one is really thick and it stays on the gasket for more long periods, like those W40, especially when it's hot. So this one, what I'm gonna do is just lubricate inside here. It's not gonna be a mess because we're gonna clean that one. It's just inside the channel. You feel like this. A little more. here. So the roof probably is going to be the more easy way, but it's the easy way when you're working with somebody outside. Because on this one, it's about the curve. Is going to make me, even if I'm pulling with my suction cup from inside, it's not going to be the same effect if someone is outside pushing all the pressure inside. So when you're working alone, you have to find what can be the best way to work alone. Okay, so now you're going to lubricate all this area, because you're going to put the molding in, and you're going to put the glass is going to slide in between the rubber, because there's a big gap on this one. Okay, so you see it's not really a big mess over here, just a little bit, but I can just clean that one. And it's oil, so it's not going to make any problem with my panel. Even it's lubricate, making shiny, but I have to just dry it out. I cannot leave the oil on this kind of materials, because they can, you know, chemicals. We don't know if they can just damage the stain for that kind of products. For that kind of vinyl, and of course it's the old vinyl. So just a little bit over here. So I always use oil like this when I have to just do this kind of job, and I don't have any problem. Always my glass is going in really easy. Okay. So we're gonna just cover this. We don't want to just mess this one over here. Okay. So we're ready. Okay, so now we're gonna get with the glass. I'm gonna put this one here. Now remember, depending on the shape, we're gonna see which one works more easy. If I go to the bottom, I'm gonna be too tight on the top. So what's the more easy parts to put in? Maybe this one and this one. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna go first my corner here, because that one can be the more difficult part on this little thing right here. So I'm gonna go first here. That one can be the more difficult, this corner right here. Just careful with the oil, because it's slipping in everywhere. Let me just open here. This is a little tricky. There you go. So I got the first corner. Now remember, move your glass towards to the bend. A lot of oil, but it's good. Okay, we got the corner, push in all the way. Open a little bit just to free the molding, don't tight it. Okay. Here, got the big lid right here, so just careful. Don't open too much, or your gasket's gonna be pulled out. Okay. This one right there. Careful with this big gap right here, okay? Alright, almost there. We're gonna pass the clip. There you go. Remember, this one starts to be tightened. Just careful here. Don't make it tight the gasket, though. It's gonna be really difficult to pull it out. My concern is that corner. There you go. Right. Okay. Now this is gonna be probably a little more easy than the rest. The car. Just open this one a little bit. Slowly right there. Now we got this one. So some of my part of my gasket is going to come out from inside, but it's good. I can use my hook just to put it back in. It's going to be more easy than if I try to go pushing, you know, pulling from inside and pushing from outside. So and I'll show you that. Let's let me put this one inside here first. Okay. This is good, not a problem. And so I already got the big corner there, so that's what's my worry about it, that one. And the last portion right there. There you go. So now this corner here, what you're gonna do is make them free from inside, like there. When you get this one free, it's ready. Put your gasket inside it here. So, but I gotta get careful not pop my glass, or it's gonna just, you know, pop outside. So what I'm doing here is helping to go inside without pushing too much. Got it. Show you guys, but this is a little hard when you're working by yourself. If I have another guy here, I can finish in less than 5 minutes. But remember, when you're working alone, it's different. Right. Okay, now push it out a little bit. Out just a little bit. There you go. Right there. So what you're doing, you're gonna push it out. The gasket, you see, is fixing by itself. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is just pop them inside, but my corner is already tight. So that one is gonna hold my quarter in place, and it's gonna be more easy for me. Just put the rest of the gasket inside. Okay, so I got this part ready. Now I just have to do is put this one inside on my glass. Right there. Just push it up a little bit. There you go. Okay, so now my gasket is in. I'm just gonna do is open this gap a little bit. So I need to make the room. My gaskets go inside. There you go. This one is normal, it's gonna stay behind this one. Okay, let me get my glasses. It's hot here today. Okay, you see, so my gasket is inside already. Here is no big deal. It's gotta turn on this way. So this one, they only have to do is push in and get the little piece out right here. And there you go. Okay, so now this part is done. I'm gonna go inside and use my hook duck. It's gonna be round, so there's no sharp. And I'm gonna go inside. So my glass is already in place, you see. So just pull up a little bit. Right there. Now let's go. See the gasket here, and my glass gonna hit on your eye with one of these, and you see, the only I have to do is open my gasket like this, and go like this way, and my glass is gonna start doing, you see, by itself. I already put the corner, was easy, but remember today I always say work smart, not hard, but this time I have to go hard, no smart, because if I the more smart thing is use your rope, right? From inside the rope, just pulling inside. But when you're working alone on these designs, when you see the shape, if you start pulling, someone is holding the glass like this, you're gonna go straight in one time. But if I'm holding my suction cup in the middle, pulling this way, my corners, they're gonna, if I'm gonna start pulling from inside the rope, my corners open pop like this way. So there's no way I can have this one and this one at the same time. So that's why I have to put the corners first in the gasket, put this part right here, put the gasket in the glass, and just inside use a hook tool. Okay, so I got this one done. Remember, this one's gonna be right here. You see the line? It's gonna show you where this goes. Probably right here. So I'm gonna clean the glass very good because we have to re-glue this molding right here. And also the customers want to re-glue this one because it's losing a little bit. You see it's dry out. You can use the glue or no glue. It's up to you. Okay, you don't have to use it, but I'm gonna put some glue because the customers wants the glue. That's the request for that. He wanted this part really tight. So because it's not gonna leak. You see it's very tight. I already opened the gap. So let me show you how. With this little part. So because this one has to flip out, this little gasket right here, just make sure it's inside the double gap inside, because that one is going to get the water, keep the water out, just right there. And you see, like this little piece is in. So then all we have to do is opening and pushing down from outside and inside. Okay, so now I'm going to clean the glass, but not yet, sorry. Now we're going to go with the moldings. Okay, to set the moldings, I'm going to show you a little tricky here. We're going to use the line P6 for WRD. We have this little stick right here. We're going to use insert the line right here. Okay, so just push the line in, open like that, just a little piece. After that, just push in all the molding, the fiber line inside, just like that. Careful with that pawn, not attracting anymore, and just right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my gloves because 200% thick, so they can be reusable. I'm gonna take them off because I need my hands this time. Now here, the molding is not really lubricated, so we're gonna put some oil again in this part. Today I'm gonna be dirt my hands, but it's alright. You can wash it. And what we're doing here is put first the place for the molding. Now we see where we come in. This is going to help us to open the gap. Okay, so let me push in here just because I will show you. So when we start pulling this one, it's going to help us to open the, you know, the gap. Okay, first I'm going to catch the molding here that doesn't have any glue and nothing. I'm going to find first a space here and push up, because I'm going to put it in place right there. You catch the gap right here, so it's already in there. And the only you have to do, you're going to push in really hard, and you're going to start pulling. Let me, if I don't trap with a little piece right here. There you go. And you're going to start pushing in this way. Okay, it's a little difficult, but it's gonna be fine. You see, when you open it, push in, open it, push in, open it, and push in. I've got it right there. Open it. And this part, remember, it's a slow process. Don't be rushed. Open it. Right there. It. Right, this way, and push this part right there. One more time. And here, hold it. That's really hard. Alright, it's in already. Now let's go this way. It's really difficult, this technique, but it's really effective. Okay, open it. Okay, and you see the results. The molding is already in. If some part of the gaps still is open, the only you have to do is push in, open a little bit here, and push in. Okay, and your molding is in place. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the process all around, just from here to here, here to here, and I'll be back just to show you about put the corners, and that's it. That's all for this car. Okay, remember you can use one of the P6. This one is nice because it's really thin, it's really fast cut on the WRD systems. For now, put this molding in the bottom, now with the top. I put one piece inside. Remember, we're going to use the roof again, so just push one corner right inside and just go find your right there and just lock in. Remember, this one is really painful technique. It's going to hurt your fingers really bad. So a little more. This is flexible, it's not actually metal, plastic. Right there, just put a little bit more. Right there. Okay, now remember, you're gonna find fingers is gonna feel it. Push in right there and start pulling your rope. Just push in. There's the oil. So if that happened, just put it back in right there, and we're going to start over again right there. So open a little bit and just go inside again. So this technique is really, you gotta be patient with this technique. It takes a little while. I don't think it's just for a few minutes. It can take me probably 5 minutes to put this one in, a little more. But you don't have to rush. You gotta just make it do, the job, right? I'm gonna make this plane right here, and when you open it, push in. If you push too much, you get it back over there. You see, it's gonna start catching the molding. You see, so I had to do the same way, but it's gonna take me a couple minutes. Your finger's gonna hurt, but it's alright. Okay, see you next time. So this is the technique. Just push in, hold it, pull a little bit, push down, pull up, push down, push down, and you have to do that all the way. You see, the molding is going to be inside, so it's a little difficult. Yes. So, but we're gonna finish a little more, just 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Let me see if I can finish the video, show you all everything. Just I try to keep the video, because sometimes I gotta record. Here, in this case, you can catch it. So what I'm doing now, I got it back over here. Don't let this one, or it's gonna come up. Put the rope inside again. Even if you pull out your piece right here, don't worry about that. And go more down. In this case, push down. There we go. Attach. You're gonna, guys, don't hurt your hands. Don't try this technique. This one's hard a lot. But that's the only way to finish have a result like this. I'm in the last part here. That's gonna harm me. It's right there. We just work my hand here. It's gonna be difficult here. I got it back over here. There's a little bit right there. So we're finished, so now we're going to put the bobber here, remember? we're gonna follow the same like this one. You see, has to be exactly alignment with this one, with the line right here. I'm gonna make a cut. This is my line, so remember it has to be, just put that one right there. Here is my line, and this will just follow right there and this way, and we're gonna cut right here. I only cut less because if in case I have to move a little bit more, I have to make sure I don't cut all of it, because I cut too much. I don't have I cannot replace it, so that's why it's better. Remember, we're going to put this one here. Just careful, don't open your trim now. Okay, we have a little lock right here. Let's see which one they bring me. Got one, which is it's already damaged, so nothing I can do. So, got one. This is already in there. Remember, the shape has to be the same, like down. So this one we're gonna use. I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna just go in here first. And the second one. Remember to leave it there, so that because we can use one more longer here. That's right. You gotta match this gasket right here. See, that's when we're gonna cut right there. Right there. If you remember, you have a little gap like this one. You gotta be open. It's not completely closed in here. Okay, you gotta follow the line. I'm gonna make the cut right there. So we're cutting straight okay. We cut a little piece here, and we're cutting this blade. They lost the sharp in one time. Okay, right there. If I had to cut a little more, I cut a little more. So just want to make sure I don't cut too much. This guy's already, you see the molding is bended, so it's not really straight. I have to fix a little bit. This one, don't worry about that one. There you go. We can just glue or no glue. I'm just gonna see how the thing looks here. Customers want to get some glue, but if I don't have to use the glue, I don't have to. Just right here. Okay, so we put it right there. So in this case, what I'm going to do, Okay, and now let's see this one. Now this one's go. I think those guys ordered one extra for this one. Let me use this one. I think that's why they ordered this extra. For this one, let me see. And then the extra here. Can we use this one? This one is not good. We'll check that one. You see, we're gonna put this one here, just on this place. Right here, and we're gonna lock it. I'm gonna lock this one here. Okay. I'm gonna clean. I'm just make sure it's gonna be fine. Alright. Up right there. And this way. Okay, so when we put the tail is gonna hold it right here. Okay? Now this one, they bent the molding a little bit. Let's see. Put this one the same way. You see, it's completely unshaped because they bend it. So the only they can do is fix this one right there. Okay. I gotta cut this one. Now here, it's gonna be the problem. I have to fix it, bend them back like this one. Okay, you see, right there. This guy's bend the molding up a little bit, another way, and just back. This one, right here. Oh, come on, baby. Don't pass, don't pass. There you go. Okay, and this way. Okay. So, on this way, we have this one already set here. We're gonna just put this one is bended. That's the problem. Those guys bend the molding a little bit, but that's all they can do. The other one is gonna just push it down. So there you go. And that's it. This one, okay, this one I'm gonna just clean. Put a double face tape right here because the customers want this tight. Put the tails, you know, with the little bolts right here, one here, and we're finished, guys. Okay, so you see the molding's finished in really good conditions. It's really hard, this job. Your fingers kind of painful, but it's alright. Okay, I got two more here, so I have two Cayenne. So you already saw the videos on that one, so I'm gonna just wait for another jobs and show you another cars because you saw already those cars. So see you next time.